So it looks like a complete field of cars for the first heat of the 1994 Street Stocker Championship. All cars present, 14 in all, 14 on the program, so it looks like we've got the whole lot. Got to keep your eye on John Lodge down on the pole position, car 128. Has been a fender bender champion, this guy. Don't think he's actually held a Street Stocker Championship as yet. On the outside, Cotton, Brett Cotton. Metcalf in a good spot on the outside, second line. Swilks is there, Tony Swilks. Shane Carlson, no slouch to the sport either, down on the inside in car number 125. Guy on the outside here driving car number 23. Haven't seen this car as Bluebell before. We'll have to learn a little bit about him. That's Mark O'Meara. Newcastle, where he's used to running on the track down there. The clay here a little bit different. No doubt he'll be keen to make it one from one. Down they come, good even two line as they come onto the main straightaway. And there goes the green. Roger on the inside, but Cott gets the better of him going up the main straightaway. Jim Metcalf still more as they settle down in the Buttercup turn the first time. You'll watch these cars, look at Metcalf. Metcalf there off the outside front line, comes up into third spot in the 86 machine. Still more there in car 4 as they settle down into Coca-Cola. But Brett Cotton, and all Brett Cotton's got to do is stay down on the inside, make him go all the way around. Main straightaway, Cotton has a bit of a look over the left shoulder and Roger comes down on the outside as they sweep up into the Buttercup turn. Roger up on the inside, Cotton opened the gate for him as they went Buttercup, let Roger up on the inside in car 128. Metcalf elects to go down on the inside, let Fillmore up on the outside as they sweep down. On this racetrack you've got to keep up a little bit higher to get the revs up where Fillmore is, they sweep onto the main straightaway. But John Lodge out in front, looks over the left shoulder, he sweeps that short turner up into the Buttercup turn. To go to off the inside front wheel right up off the rear. Still got there in second. Right to lane is Metcalf. More than one, two car. One, two, got to be corner. Followed by full then Carlson. Then you got over in car number 10 as they sweep the back straight away. 60 out of the next one as they come onto the main straight. Lodge out in front in the 128 machine as he sweeps up into the Buttercup turn. Right there in the 17 machine. Sweeps there. Metcalf driving a fairly tidy sort of a line in third spot. Then Moore followed by Borner in 166. Borner starting to get himself on the rails now, got himself right up in the eye car number 4 and 4. But it's a short turn of Lodge out in front, he sweeps onto the main straightaway. Lodge down to Queen Burfield for Cotton at the moment, still Metcalf there. Then Moore followed by Borner in 166, then comes Andrew Fuller and Shane Carlson. Stewart's the next one, followed by Uda, then McGregor. Then you've got Mark Orr followed by Mola, then comes Wilt. Back down to the tail of the field, there you've got the O'Meara in 23. Starting to close up in there for second, third, fourth now as they sweep the Coca-Cola turn, but look at Lodge out in front. He's doing it fairly easy at the moment, and still got in second. Moore's got himself up on the inside of Metcalf for third spot. Moore's just waiting for his chance now. He's going to tuck down on the inside of Metcalf as they go Buttercup turn. But the race leader, down he goes. Coca-Cola turn again for John Lodge. Out there doing fairly easy at the moment. Throws the court center outside race. He comes onto the main straight away. Still Brett Cotton there in second spot, followed by Fillmore right on the track. Metcalf down on the inside. Here comes Border in 160. Shane Carlson the next one. Andrew Fuller then 58. That one's been driven by Mark Stewart. Lottie to the next one in 10. Then comes McGregor and Hall. Mole to the next one, followed by Swilt. And back down to the tail of the field. You've got O'Meara. Race leader just about to let the flow rush. He comes up the main straightaway. White flag flies with him. Heads it up in the Buttercup turn. Still Lodge out in front of his sweet Buttercup. In the 128 machine. Car doing a bit of a rock and roll up there. Still he goes. Red Cotton still in 7. Got a good decent spot now. We got more. We got himself up into third. He's got around 2 cars there. That's Moore and Metcalf. But our race leader Randy Cup didn't try to cover up to the 6th John Lodge. And look over Joel, the car number 17 will be second. That's Brentwood by Brett Cotton. Then comes Mortar. Give me the next one home. That's followed by Moore and Metcalf. Then comes Carl from the next one through, followed by Stewart. Here comes Fuller in the 34th Commodore, followed by Gunnedah. Then you got Mark all on the outside here. You got Barmola Brooks down the inside, followed by McGregor and back down the tail of Billy and O'Meara. Well, a pretty tidy sort of a drive there from John Lodge 128. He'll be the race winner. Second go to car number 17 there, being driven by 9 there, being driven by Jamie Manser. On the outside of Jamie Manser looks like car number 14 would be Cole Williams. In behind those two, car number 117, that one being driven by Alan Drummond. On the outside of Alan Drummond you've got car number, can't see him on the other side, car number 2 by the look of it, the North Coast Tools Machine. That one being driven by Dave Wilson. In behind those two got car number 26. 26 being driven by Gary Morris. On the outside of him we've got Jamie Gaynor in 27. In behind them we've got the Commodore number 20, might be 54 is it? Car number 94 down on the inside there, the Commodore. Can't see that 94 number, he must be car number 29, the next one there, that's driven by Stephen Jones. On the outside of Stephen Jones, car number 61, driven by Warren Costa. Bringing up the tail of field, car number 54, being driven by Maria Edmonds. So it looks like we've got a lady in the field with us tonight, so we wish the lady all the best for this New South Wales Street Stocker Championship, along with all the guys as well. As I said, the first round of heats, the second heat of round 1. Guys to keep your eyes on in this one. But don't forget they're all racing on the one track. They're all at the equal standard. So it's entirely up to the guys themselves. Right. Mr. Mulher down there on the inside, a little bit keen. Car number 58 very keen to get on with it. He's going to race away and leave them. He thought he was. But the Chief Steward had different ideas. Mr. Mulher, so much of that. You'll find yourself back with our lady driver at the back of the field. Power Auto Parts, car number 58, the pole will set up. Greg Mulherron's the driver. Car number 17 on the outside, David Donaldson, the guy from Tamworth, as they come round for a green flag this time to see if they can get it all together as they come round onto the main straightaway. And a green flag they got. Mulherron off the inside front line. In the corner, they got the better of it from Donaldson. Donaldson, car 17, fairly experienced campaigner Donaldson. Gainer all out of shape, up on 2 wheels. Might have been able to change his mistake. They go back straight away. Mulherron in 58 throws the Cortina into the turn. Plenty of pride out there for these guys. Going to be very interesting for a while. Williams gets himself to second, but we've got red light on for Jamie Gaynor. Good out of shape, crossed up and brought back on the track. I think he was up on 2 wheels at one stage and just one of the cars slipped him on the side. Might have just given him enough to keep him on 4. Looks like Jamie Gaynor has been the one on the receiving end of the damage. Like Manser rear the field, they tell me. Gaynor a bit lucky, I think, to still be there in 27. So that will be a complete restart, with the exception of 69, I'd say. I'm not too sure if he is going to take any further part. Yes. Spins the wheels out there to get the Owner Electrics machine mobile. Going for a start this time by the look of it. Greg Mulherron again with it all to do. Got away the first time from David Donaldson. Donaldson tucked right in on the inside there as they come the main straight away, but Greg Mulherron Greg Mulheron, don't know whether the guy in car number 2 has got any brakes in that thing or not, but Cole Williams gets very cranky when you knock him in the back. But got it all to do again. Manson to get himself up in line with Gunnedah there at the back of the field. The guy in car 26 very keen to go on with this in the big forward. Gary Morris, the guy 26 on the outside. Cole Williams, the guy from Burren Junction. Car number 117, that's Alan Drummond. Away we go again. Green flag again, and it's Gary Morris got a good start in the big forward this time. He's total goal with up the fire and Commodore. Have a look at him go up through the middle. He come right from at the back, a big desperate move that got him up into about 4th spot as they go back straight away. But it's Greg Mulheron in 58 as they sweep the Coca-Cola turn. Down on the inside there you got Carnival. Oh, Greg Mulheron got a fair bit of drive. He found out as they come onto the main straight away. Gary Morris settles down in there from car number 94. That's the guy that I couldn't find in the program. There it is, it's John Wright in 94 as they sweep the back. Oh, there goes Gary Morris got through on the inside of Mulheron as they went onto the back straight away. The big heavy car might be a little bit better. Here comes the guy in the North Coast machine right up behind Cole Williams. Gives Cole Williams a bit of a touch up on the back guard as he comes onto the lane straight away. But Gary Morris out in front from Greg Mulheron. Then comes the other guy in that car number 94 there as they sweep the Buttercup turn. Williams down on the inside. David Dolphin's done. Oh, look at Williams. He got the flip shot up on the inside there of John Rice. They go back. Look at the guy on the outside. He puts the thing sideways round the Coca-Cola turn. They're on the track. They're off the track, and he goes right around the outside in the number 2 North Coast machine. They sweep up the main straight away. Towards down to number 2 inside. Right up off the ground that time as he went Buttercup. But it's Gary Morris seems to have the forward settling down fairly well as he sweeps Coca-Cola. Down into Coca-Cola comes Gary Morris. He gets the thing pointed in the right direction. Here comes the other guy in car number 2. Gives a bit of a push up on the inside of Cole Williams. He doesn't mind to get a bit aggressive in car number 2 as they go main straight in the Buttercup turn. Wouldn't surprise me if we see him upside down before the night's out, but anyway, that's straight away for Gary Morris. Now they go into Coca-Cola. Still Gary Morris sweeps down into Coca-Cola. He gets it pointed in the right direction. A bit of a hole start to develop over there by the look of it. He sweeps down. Car number 2 there as he comes up onto the rear of Gary Morris is David Wilson. Dave Wilson up there in the Lismore Cortina. Buttercup turn. He's making up a lot of ground on Gary Morris now. He's got himself in up in the second spot. As they sweep down into Coca-Cola, he's now going to make a run on the outside as they go Coca-Cola. No, he's elected to pull this in behind the big board as they come onto the main straight away. But it's still out in front. You've got Gary Morris. Up the main straight they go. Gary Morris, 2 Hopes he's followed by Dave Wilson. He's left the gate open. Wilson's giving him a bit of a touch up on the back guard as they go Buttercup turn. Gary Morris has come out of that one all right. He's got to stretch it out to about 3 car lengths as they go Coca-Cola. Look out, here comes Dave Wilson again. He's going to tuck it in behind the big board. He's going to try and get around on the inside of him. He pops to the outside as they straighten up. Wilson right out on the fence. Still Gary Morris there with one to go. This time as they go. Oh, there goes Mulheron in a lot of trouble up in Buttercup turn. He's on one side of the track to the other. Look at Gary Morris. The big board settles down into on the back Broadway. Watch Wilson this time. Makes a big run, get him on the outside in Coca-Cola. He gets the big board in the right direction. Comes right around the outside. The only thing that's going to beat him is the slower car as they straighten up. But it's going to be nice to take it out. Gary Morris is 26. Wilson will get second, and then comes Williams. The next one home's going to be Costa, followed by the car number 29 Jamie Gunnedah, then 94, 15 Dave Donaldson. Then comes the number 81 machine there driven by Phil Sparrow and bringing up the tail of the field. Sorry, not bringing up the tail of the field. Car number 54, they're driven by our lady driver, and then 69 of Mensa. Valiant, car number 21, the next one there, that's Mark Perrington. On the outside of Mark Perrington, we should have car number, 39. That's driven by Paul Markulin. Eric O'Malley in 47 should be the next one. Down on the inside, car number 46 of Michael Bennett. The next one there, Darryl Ashland in 007. Mark Stevens there in 22. On the outside of him, we should have Whiting in one. Looks like it is Whiting in 18. Troy Whiting. Down the inside there, you've got the car number 19. That one being driven by the Newcastle driver Mr. Kevin Hopwood on the real experienced campaigner here at Bluebell. On the outside of Hopwood there you've got the black Tirana car number 118. That's Brian Mackney. Behind Brian Mackney we've got car number 33. That's Jacqueline Martin, another lady in the field tonight, so we wish the ladies all the best. We've got two of them. And bringing up the tail of the field, car number 15, driven by Phil Benz from Armidale. Next we've got a Cortina there, a couple of Cortinas. The real hard fast race as the green flag goes down for the two guys on the front line. Car number 71 is Nick Mark Quirk in 71 gets the further start. What's over probably the heavy oil? We got Michael Bennett on balance. He's just balanced on two wheels and then fell back down again as he got round over the hump there in Buttercup, but the red light's on. Red light's on for Michael Bennett. Mostly in the first instance, so we see if we can do it all again. 62 there, Lindsay Grant. There's going to be time to mix it with him as the green flag goes down for him this time. Away they go, and Lindsay got the sort of stuck with him that time as they went to Buttercup turn. Goes off the face a little bit, it's working down on the inside. Very nice touching down on the outside, got his Bennett, got his way through. Here comes Troy Whiting on the outside too, the Commodore starting to make all. There goes Bennett, he comes up on the inside, 47, the Centura. As they sweep down the Coca-Cola turn, fairly hectic sort of stuff, but you can't afford to hang about as they get onto the main straightaway. There's still Quirk there in first bottom on the inside, car number 47. That's through by Eric O'Neilly. There's eyes on these guys, they sweep the Buttercup turn. Starting to settle down the back straight, Whiting down on the inside there of the valley. He's got Bennett up, here comes O'Neilly. He's got up on the inside of Quirk as they go Coca-Cola. Through the Coca-Cola turn they go, and Whiting gets from the bottom of the track to the top in one foul swoop. As they sweep onto the main straightaway, it's still O'Neilly out in front. Here comes Bennett again, have another shot at him on the outside in 46. Down on the inside there, he's going to the run of the main field. Alright, good run round the outside there of the valley and still in there at about 4 spots as they go down into Coca-Cola. O'Miller, the driver from Lismore, he sweeps onto the main straightaway. Gets it pointed in the right direction. Still Quirk there in second spot in the big HQ. Big Bennett trying to find a way through, but can't quite do it. Driver's going close to this 118 in the black Tirana. He ducks down on the inside all wide. He's 51 on the tail end as they go Buttercup. But it's still O'Neilly. Car number 47 swings down into Coca-Cola. There he goes Nearly. Right up along the track this time. Has a bit of a look at it from the different queue. Followed by Quirk. Still there. Car number 46. Michael Bennett's got the right spot this time. He's got himself up on the inside of Quirk. Followed by the 62 machine there built by Grant. Up on the inside of Grant. The 118 machine built by Brian Mackney. They sweep the Buttercup turn. We've got Tirana's going in all directions as they go Buttercup. But O'Neilly at 47 is sweeping the Coca-Cola again. He's got a handy sort of a load at the moment. Look at the guys, 118, that's Mackney. As he sweeps down into the Coca-Cola turn and gets it down onto the main straightaway. It's still O'Neilly there with the Michael Bennett down after him. So Mackney in the 118 machine. Right up 3 wide in the Buttercup. You've got Troy Whiting on the inside. You've got Grant there. Followed by Quirk starting to fit back through the field out. Car number 70, they've got it made a couple of few positions. He sweeps the back. That's Peter Hopwood. On the main straightaway, they come. Here comes O'Neilly, 47. But the cap sort of now up a little bit there. Good race between Bennett and Mackney as they sweep the Buttercup first turn. This time Mackney right up behind the track as they sweep back straight away. Here comes 47. Here we go. Nearly short of the race lead as they come round for white flag this time. Oh, Nearly's got the inside front wheel of the Centura right up off the ground as they go Coca-Cola. Off the main straightaway they come, and it's still the 47 machine there being driven by there we go, Nearly takes it a little bit easy. He's head through the Buttercup turn. Still Michael Bennett in second, but Mackney's trying everything in the book as he can to try and get around him. As they push the Buttercup and down they come into Coca-Cola for the last bit. The second flag will be for there he goes Nearly. He comes down onto the main straightaway. It's going to be him to take it out. Second spot will go to 46 of Michael Bennett. The 118 machine there of Mackney. Then comes Troy Whiting. Next one over is Peter Hopwood on the inside there. You've got Ashland on the outside clear. Followed by Kevin Hopwood. The next one over is Quirk and Perrington. And on the inside there you had Martin. On the outside there you had Stevens in 22. And the next one home would have been car number 32. Well, good ride there for in 64, Rod Glover in 08, Stephen Johnson in 7, Jeff Russell in 32. That's the guy, Jeff Russell. I knew that guy earlier in the pit area over there, and I couldn't put a name to him. He is the next modified rod champion. I knew the face but couldn't put a name to it, but it's Jeff Russell, the guy. So he is a fairly experienced sort of a campaigner, so keep your eyes on him. Alan Brumby in 11, Brian Brumby in 51, and John Weaver in 60. Jeff Russell, car number 32. That's the yellow Commodore. West down on the inside, fairly experienced campaigner, the Narrabri driver on the outside front. He's got a good spot, but where he can keep it or not's another thing. Jack Willow Martin up there in 126 on the outside there of car number 9. Cantucha. They get a green flag and away they go, and it's West down on the inside there in 34, but the better of it from Scott Lawler, the Narrabri driver's got himself in a good spot. If he can just keep the forward tidy. Right on the outside there in car number 9 as Shane Newstead the next one. Alan Lear looking for a run through there as they go Coca-Cola. You got Jack Balloon Martin there in 126 as they straighten up onto the main straightaway. But it's West out in front, car 34. Scott Lawler in second spot in 171 and takes West another turn. I tell you what, Scott Lawler's not doing too bad here. He's making West earn everything he's got. Here comes Shane Newstead, a past champion in car number 27 as they sweep the back straight. Here comes Jeff Russell. He's the guy I said was a modified driver in car number 32 as they sweep onto the main straightaway, but it's still West out in front. Scott Lawler still in second spot from Shane Newstead. Next one through there is Joyce Fury in car number 9. Next one through there on the outside is Alan Lear and he tries to sweep on the inside Brumby. Here comes Jeff Russell in 32 on the outside. He's deep down past the pit gate. He picked up Brumby down into the Coca-Cola turn. He's driving the Commodore right on the top of the track. That's where you've got to drive. He's going around all the little rough spots. But he straights it up. There's still West out in front in 34. Scott Lawler still there in 71. I tell you what, they're doing a mighty job to keep Shane Newstead out, or he was. Here comes Brumby down on the inside. Shane Newstead's going to have to stop to the inside. I tell you what, if Jeff Russell can get a shot at the these guys, he'll clean him up in one foul swoop. And he's got around the outside. He's touched the wall. He's touched the wall again, but I think he's got himself back on the rails again now. And still out in front, you've got West in 34. And you got Brumby in car number 11 as they go to Buttercup turn. Shane Newstead in 27. Here comes Alan Leary in 017. Then you've got Jeff Russell in 32. He's got a bit of clear cover in front of him now. We'll see how good he is West in the Coca-Cola. Still West out in front in 30. 134 Stephen West. As they come onto the main straightaway, still West now. Russell tries to come back to the inside of Shane Newstead. Newstead's starting to go backwards instead of forward. Brumby in car 11's up right on the rear of West now as they sweep. Here comes Brumby in car 11. He sweeps down on the inside of Stephen West as they go Coca-Cola. And still there on the inside. West still in on the 34 with Brumby through on the inside. He's got a bit of mud. Alan Lear's going to go. Oh, there's Russell off the track right down on the inside. I think he's got to stay the high line where he was before. We've got one car parked on the fence. That's West. Pulled up in a real bad spot. I say he's run out of power for some reason. He's parked it right out here on the wall, right underneath the start fitting right at West car. As they go back straight away, that's Brumby, the number 11 machine of Brumby out in front. That's Alan Brumby. He comes on the main straight away. He helps produce Alan Leary in 017. Here comes Shane Newstead again, but a yellow light on for Stephen West, and he decides to take off. So Stephen West will get a little bit of a wrap over the knuckles on that one, I would say. Not too sure what's why he stopped, but he's mobile now. Don't forget, you people out there, if you wish to head into the Regal Hotel at the completion of the race meeting tonight, the Regal Hotel won't be open till 2 a.m. So the Regal Hotel will be open till 2 a.m. in the morning if you wish to go in and have quench your thirst at the completion of the race meeting. That's the Regal Hotel in Gunnedah Street. One of our proud sponsors of tonight's meeting, that's Kevin Edmonds and his wife. Big thanks to Kevin. And also to our other sponsor, Fairby Fuel. keen to go on with it, Alan Brumby, but boy's just a little bit too keen. I think Alan Brumby, the pace there, but he's sitting a little bit, pace just a little bit too fast. Alan Brumby's got to remember that step too far out of line, might find himself at the rear instead of the front. So Alan Brumby's got to do the right thing if he's going to go on and win this heat 4 of round 1. He's electing to do the same again. Got Laura in trouble down here with one of the other cars. Can't see the number on the other one. Could be a good race, this one, for the last couple of laps between Newstead and Russell. Russell jumps on the outside and gets the race to Buttercup time, but can he keep it all together as he goes to Buttercup? Jeff Russell in the 32 between Newstead there as the two Commodores go together. Don't know what happened to Jeff Russell, but Newstead's back up on him as they went down into Coca-Cola. He's going to have a go for the money now as they duck it down into Coca-Cola. Russell on the outside, Newstead down on the inside as they straighten up for the white flag with one to go. There's going to be one hell of a last lap, but who's going to give in as they go to get Buttercup third. Not too sure what happened to Jeff Russell coming off Buttercup before, but he's going to throw right down. He's not going to slow down this time. He's got the 32 machine right on the ball as they sweep down into Coca-Cola. So Newstead right out after him, but I tell you what, he's got a lot of work to do. Round we come onto the main straightaway, it's going to be Jeff Russell. Jeff Russell to take it out, he'll be first. Second will go to Shane Newstead, then comes Stephen Wynn. Followed by Clyde with the next one, and then 64 and 60 followed by each of their car number 7 will be the next one through. Well, good driving there from Jeff Russell, just a little bit of patience and got himself up for a heat win. So that's car number 32, driven by Jeff Russell, will be first. Second will be car number 27, driven on the outside of Ken Brooks, the guy that did so well here last meeting in Matthew Taylor. That's the number 12 machine. In behind them is car number 22 is Mark Everly. On the outside of Mark Everly is number 34 of Michael McNamara. Car number 8, the next one there being driven by Keith Urquhart. In behind them you've got car number 45 being driven by Wayne Smidt. On the outside of Wayne Smidt you've got Max Kenley's car number 18. On the other side there you've got car number 38 is Jason Owen. In behind those two you've got the current title holder, and here tonight to defend that title is the Bentley Sawmills machine driven by Rick Hunter. On the outside of him you've got Craig Wallace 66. The next one there is car number 5 driven by Warren Upwood, and back at the tail of the bill car number 98 driven by Dennis Jacket. Really need your jacket on too because it's getting fairly cold. But guy on the pole position, David Wright, I don't know anything about the guy, but the guy on the outside front line I do. The guy in the next row, you've got Chris Everly, you've got Mark Everly, you've got Matthew Taylor. You've got a Step McNamara, 34, another good driver, Kenley there on the outside, 18. I'll tell you what, you've got the New South Wales current champion. They've picked a fairly classy sort of a heat to contest this one. The guy that comes out on top of this one will be a hard man to, might be a little bit of a gauge of this one, who's going to win this title tonight. Big lineup of drivers and a good classy field this time. As we come round looking for a green flag, and away they go, David Wright. No, they don't. No, they don't. Steve Stewart not happy. Now, say Chief Stewart for restricted tonight. Phil Lodge in control up on the tower, and he is in control too. Not here to take any nonsense from nobody, no matter where they come from. He's here to conduct the New South Wales title. Fair as he can be to everybody. So we can do that again. David Wright, the pace setter, 115, and Chris Everly on the outside front line. Keep your eyes on the Everly brothers. They're out tonight in the Toronto in the 22 machine. Green goes down, Wright gets left behind. Mark Everly gets shot to the inside of the back line. Not too sure if that's the racing surface down there for car 79, but he gained a position or two. Didn't do him much good as they level out the back straight. Matthew Taylor, the guy to watch. Car number 12, the big Ford, went so well last meeting. He dives it down in Coca-Cola underneath Chris Everly and comes onto the main straightaway. Gets a good run through, still into the lead as he goes up the main straightaway, man. Matthew Taylor, leads the Buttercup turn 60 inside front wheel of the the 15 of right on the outside there, Max Kelly in 18. We've got the bumper bar hanging off right, car there on the inside there, Billy. Right dragging on the ground as he comes up the main straight away. The race leader, Matthew Taylor, was going a real quick down the hill. Chris Everly out there in second spot. Here comes McNamara. McNamara through to second spot, followed by Brooks, and you've got right behind him, Finley, and here comes Mark Everly at 22. Finley tries to come down on the inside of right as they go Coca-Cola. Gets himself a good position as they sweep out and onto the main straightaway. Gets on the inside of right as they straighten up. Chris Everly starting to fade back through the field and starting to nine down like he was going out of fashion. But look at this guy, Matthew Taylor. He's out in front in the big XC Falcon, sweeps down into the Coca-Cola turn again, car number 12 of Taylor. Fairly good operator this time, a little bit rough down there, but he doesn't seem to be worrying too much about it. Back to Mara, the next one as they skip it home across the ripples down there as they come onto the main straightaway. The next one through there is the 79 machine there, but there's Finley right up behind him. On the inside right, you've got Chris Everly as they sweep into the Buttercup turn. Right in front of Everly, but there goes Kenley. Kenley's got himself through the third spot, but look at goes Matthew Taylor. He's out in front onto the main straightaway. He's going away from McNamara, who's a very experienced driver here in the Commodore. The next one through is Kenley in 18, got himself through the third, followed by Wright. Then comes Mark Everly, the next one through is the Garrett Junior, but he's not making too many inroads into this Matthew Taylor guy that's leading this race. Matthew Taylor's got exactly nearly half a lap lead on the current champion at the moment. As they straighten up and they've got a red light on for the car on the back straightaway, which is car number 38. That's car 38 being driven there by Jason Owen. Has parked himself on the wall on the back straightaway and ready to go racing. McNamara backs, he pulls out, gets back up on his spot. Matthew Taylor keen to go on with this after getting out to such a handy sort of a lead. He's got to don't forget what happened to the guys in the last heat. Comes around now. So try and close the cars up at the back of the field, trying to get them to catch up. Bunch them up a bit for the restart. She'll be ready for a restart this time. Car number 12, Matthew Taylor. On the outside of him, McNamara. Michael McNamara, 34 on the outside, the black and white Commodore. Max Kenley there, the Caltex machine, car number 18. Our current champion's not far back on the inside. He's fourth back on the inside as they come round for a green, and away they go this time. Matthew Taylor gets off the line on the inside with the big boy sweeps with the Buttercup. McNamara goes with him on the outside, Kenley tries to go with him on the inside. A little bit of a hole developing up there, the guys are going right through it. But Matthew Taylor's got himself back out in handy sort of lead. Here comes Everly. McNamara slipped back in the field a bit. He's gone back a spot. But still out in front, you've still got Matthew Taylor from Max Kenley, the next one. Everly up on the inside now. McNamara there is right there. Rick Hunter's trying to get a run through on the inside. I think if I was Rick Hunter, I'd be trying to run the outside line on the track where he usually runs when he's here. Trying to go down on the inside where it's a little bit rough. Up where Taylor is the place to drive right around the top. That's where Kenley is too, up on the top. McNamara's elected to come down from where he was. Now he's up against the wall now, Michael McNamara. Now he's 22, and they're not making any progress on these guys at all as they go Buttercup turn. But it's Matthew Taylor out in front. Car number 12 sweeps down into the Coca-Cola turn. He's car number 12 right up on the top of the track as I said. He sweeps onto the main straightaway. He gets away from all those bumps if you get up there. It's still Kenley in second spot at the moment. On the inside here comes David Wright again in that Corona. He's been there, he's been back, he's come back again. And there's a yellow light on. Second flag, sorry, as he went past, didn't see that as he went past. But Matthew Taylor will get the, he'll be first. So it'll be car number 12 driven by Matthew Taylor will be first. Second to go to car number 18 driven by Max Kenley. And back in third spot will be car number 15 driven by David Wright. The next one there is Mark O'Meara. On the outside of Mark we should have Rod Either in car number 10, Mark Stewart in 68, the 125 was Shane Carlson, Andrew Fuller in 24, Robert Moore in 166, Tony Swilks in 77, John McGregor in 145, Jeff Metcalf in 86, Phil Moore in 4, Brett Cotton in 170, and John Lloyd behind the Taylorfield in 128. They get the jump, and the local driver Mark Hall gets the better of it, and he heads it down into the heads it towards the Coca-Cola turn. A good drive here from Mark Hall if he can keep it all together, but I think I'd be trying to keep it up a bit higher on the track than that, but Mark's driving it, not me. One of the most straight away they come, and it's Rod Either up on the car number 10, the next one. Mark Stewart there, mile as they go through car number 17. As they go sweep up into the Buttercup turn, they've got them all jacked up there as number 23 gets up on the inside. There comes the Lodge in 128. They sweep down. Still Mark Hall doing a fine job in front at the moment in car number 16. He's tippy-toeing his way through those turns, but he's given it all it's got in the main straightaway as he straights up. Still Rod Either from 68. The next one through there, and they got the main straightaway. The 68 machine there being driven by Mark Stewart. Stewart's up on the inside now. Mark Hall as they go back straight away. All got legs are a little bit long as they sweep down the Coca-Cola. Here comes Shane Carlson in 25. Now he pulls to the outside. Mark Stewart in 68. Still Mark Hall on the inside there. Stewart now on the outside. He's got Rod Either jumping at him on the inside as well. He won't want to leave the gate open. There goes Stewart through at 68. Gets right up over the rough stuff. So it all catches the ribble. Bit of a rough stuff. Then here comes Paul Molnar. Paul Molnar's got back through on the inside to get himself up into about 4 spots. Mixed up with him too. As they sweep down into the Coca-Cola turn. Molnar right up on the back now. Mark Hall's machine. But still out in front. You've got the 68 of Mark Stewart. Then you got Mark Hall, Shane Carlson now on the outside. Then Paul Molnar. You got John Lloyd just come right from down near the tail and trying to take his way up on the inside. Pushes his way through on the inside line there as they go back straight away. But still out in front you've got Mark Stewart. You've still got Shane Carlson in second. You've got Mark Hall in the 16 machine, still early on the third. Rod Either on the outside. You've got John Lodge on the inside, going to look for a run too, puts his way up on the inside of Hall. They squeeze him in the series as they come the main straight away. John Lodge on the inside there, puts Hall out onto the track. As they sweep it up into the Buttercup turn. Lodge has got himself up in about third spot now on the inside of Either. As they sweep the back straight away, still Mark Stewart out in front in car 68. James Carlson, the next one there in second spot, followed by John Lodge in 128. The next one through there's Rod Either, followed by Mark Hall. Right around the outside comes Phil Moore in car number 4. None of these guys are going to drive right up on the top of the track. But it's Shane Carlson's got around the outside of 68 there. That one's Mark Stewart as they sweep down the back. Carlson ain't up ahead, sort of lead now as they sweep Coca-Cola. Carlson's looking for that run right up on the track around the fence as they come into the Coca-Cola turn. It's Carlson, followed by the 68 machine. The next one, Mark Stewart on the inside. You got John Lloyd picking him up as they go Buttercup. Into the Buttercup turn they go. Still the 25 machine out in front as they sweep into on the back straight away. Right across the track from inside to outside as they sweep down to the Coca-Cola. It's going to be Shane Carlson all the way by the look of it this time. He catches a bit of a rough spot down there. Still Lodge there on the inside in 128 is going to be second. Followed by the 68 machine there as Mark Stewart. The next one home is going to be Rod Either in 10. Then followed by Phil Moore on the outside there, Robert Moore, and the next one home there being car 7 on the inside there for you. Got Mark Moore on the outside. Then Paul Molnar and the outside there, Swilt. Followed by Metcalf, and bringing up the tail of the field was car number 23, driven by Mark O'Meara. And Jones, away they go, and it's Costa gets the better off the outside front line, car number 61. Jamie Gale is through in 27 as they sweep the Buttercup turn. Round the outside comes Wilson, Dave Wilson in 20, in number 2. As they sweep the back straight away, Wilson shoots straight around the outside and tries to go to the lead. And does a fairly good job of it too as he sweeps around the fence. Right around and onto the main straight away, Dave Wilson. And we got Costa come right across in front of Jamie Gaynor as we go. Dave Wilson through to the lead from Costa. Then you got Jamie Gaynor out on the fence down the inside there. You got car number 94, I think it is. And the next one through as they sweep the back straight away, that's John Rice. Down they go. Gaynor tucks it up on the inside of Rice this time as they come Coca-Cola. Looks to run up on the inside, gets a good run through as they come on the main straight away. Gaynor gets a clean pair of heels through. Costa starting to fade. They've got the Windride Autos machine parked in the main straight away. Gaynor's got himself through the second spot. He's down after Dave Wilson. He comes Costa back again now on the 51 machine who was leading as they sweep down into Coca-Cola. You've got to drive the high line where Wilson is. You've got to get it right up the track near the fence is the way to go. As they come onto the main straightaway, still Gunnedah there in second spot. Costa on the inside on the outside right. Then you've got the 117 Machine as they squeeze up into the Buttercup. But I tell you what, Dave Wilson want to get his mind on the job because young Gunnedah's catching him. And there's the 117 Machine turned around up in Buttercup third. That's the 117 Machine being driven by Alan Drummond. Right near the wall's the place to drive. Dave Wilson proved that. He passed them all on the outside, right around the top of the track. Just still, some guys just persist in driving down in the rough stuff. Jamie Gaynor looking good. He's got to follow Wilson. He's got to get up on the top of the track. Warren Costa. To show what's happening over there, the stop-start tactics of Dave Wilson. Away they go, and Wilson on the inside got the better of it from Jamie Gaynor on the outside. Jamie Gaynor's got to keep that short right up on the top of the track. He can't afford to face down as he comes down on the inside of Dave Wilson. There's Rice too, mixes it with him as they go back straight away. Now Rice gives Gaynor's car a big punt in the back as they go Coca-Cola. But it's still Dave Wilson out in the lead. Jamie Gaynor in second spot. He's got to stay right up there and follow Rod. He's got to follow Dave Wilson around on the top of the track. And Rice decides to tuck it down on the inside, but it's a big hole down there. You jump in that hole and you don't know where you like me to go. Still Wilson out in front. Here comes the big Ford now as he tries to come down on the inside. That's Morris. As they go down into Coca-Cola, he sneaks up on the inside again his machine. Gaynor goes high on the track and tries to get away from it. Slides right back from second to about fifth. Here's Costa back on the scene again now as they come to the main straight. Out in front, the North Coast Tools machine. Gary Morris back up there in the 26 machine. There's Rice comes back underneath him again. Gaynor back underneath Costa as they go. Oh, Costa catches him on the back guard. As they go down Coca-Cola again, it's still Dave Wilson out in front. You've got Rice still in second spot up on the inside. Comes Gary Morris in the big Ford. He's got the Commodore measure now as they go up in a Buttercup. They shop and change second, third and fourth. And Gaynor's there in that fourth spot now. All catches that hole and puts him right up near the fence. That puts Costa back underneath. As I said, you've got to go right up around that hole. You can't afford to tuck it down on the inside. Now they go. Still Wilson, car number 2 in the Coca-Cola, turning on the main straightaway with 1 to go. But still Dave Wilson, Gary Morris in second, still Rice there in third. Followed by Costa and Gaynor fighting into the next one as they come up into the Buttercup turn. You've got to get right up behind the track. They still persist in going through that hole up there. But it's still a race leader Wilson. Wilson from Morris in second spot as they sweep the Coca-Cola turn. And checkered flag coming out now for Wilson. He puts the number 2 machine through its faces and onto the main straightaway. It's going to be Wilson will get it. Second will go to Gary Morris, followed by Rice there in the next one, followed by Gaynor and Costa. Then the 29 machine, followed by Cole Williams. Then you've got Drummond on the 117, the 17 machine, and then comes Mullerin in 58. Well, anybody's raced that one. Dave Wilson looked good. He got out front and that's where he stayed. But for second, third, fourth and fifth, you could have picked anybody and chopped and chased. Buttercup, we got the Hopwood car down there, Peter Hopwood I think it is, upside down, car number 70, right over and back up again. Around the track. But it's called Shoalhaven Man. But it's by Jeff Drummond. Away they go, and it's Hopwood off the outside front line, gets the Mackie as they go the Buttercup turn this side, Mackie down the inside, Hopwood right up around the top. That's the place to drive, get up on the top of the track there. It's, here comes better now in 46 up behind Hopwood. Mackie got the better of it as they went down the back straight away. Still Mackie out there in the 118 machine, so to be able to skip over the bump, still right up high, followed by Hopwood the next one, then Troy Whiting in 181 and 132. Next on the outside is 15. The next lead up in the Buttercup turn, and still Brian Mackie out the Coca-Cola turn without too much trouble. The black machine sweeps it round onto the main straightaway. Still coming up with their Troy Whiting crosses from the inside to the outside. Big Bennett down there as well. The big Valiant right up on the best coming right around the outside. Then started to slide back in the field a bit as they go to Buttercup turn. But still bit very rough up there in Buttercup at the moment as they try and sweep over that bump. Doesn't seem to be worried by Matney too much as he sweeps the Coca-Cola turn and onto the main straightaway. Still Matney out in front as he sweeps onto the straight. Hopwood still there in second spot. The next one through will be Whiting in 1181. Then Big Bennett in 46. American in 21. Then they go 132. And the next one through. Up there, Benjamin White from Johnson. Race lead onto that straightaway. Still Brian Matney out in front. The 118 machine. Sweeps in the Coca-Cola this time and gets the thing pointed in the right direction. Onto the main straightaway. He comes rolling onto about 10 to 15 car length lead. 1-7 Hopwood as they hit the main straightaway. Big gap back to Troy Whiting. Big Bennett. Next one's Mark Barrington. Then comes Johnson in the 132. Now Darryl Ashland up on the inside in the 007 machine. Then you got cleared in 62 O'Mealy there. Phil Betts there. And back at the tail of the field you got Quirk. Race leader. The gap's closed right up now. Hopwood. Oh, there goes Whiting. He just about put the Commodore up and over. He's got it back on 4 again and got himself going. He's lost one place, possibly two as he's raced up. For the race leader, still the 118 machine. They split down the back straightaway. Still Brian Matney from Kevin Hopwood. And on the back straightaway, good race for third between Barrington, Bennett and Whiting. Oh, there goes one sideways. I tell you what, Big Bennett fairly lucky to get out of that one, I'd say. As he went sideways down the back straightaway and got one sideways. And he got it back straight again and parked it over there on the inside of the track. But still Brian Matney out in front. Down the back straightaway he goes into Coca-Cola again. Still Matney, one to go as he comes past this time. I'd say Matney still Hopwood in second spot. Then comes looks like it might be Whiting, then O'Mealy in 47. The next one Ashland, followed by the Green in 62 as they sweep down through the rough stuff in Coca-Cola. But the checkered flag will fly for Matney the next time around and he's got it all shot to bits as he sweeps past the pit gate. Into Coca-Cola, Brian Matney comes around on big checkered flag for him. Second spot's going to go to, looks like Kevin Hopwood is number 9. Will be the next one home. O'Mealy's got up on the inside of Whiting now as they sweep Coca-Cola. But down into Coca-Cola goes O'Mealy at 47 round on the main straightaway. And he'll take third spot from Ashland up on the inside, gets a bit of drive, then beats Troy Whiting home from Brand. The next one's Barrington on then Johnson, followed by Quirk there. For those three, and then the next one over is Phil Betts. As they come off the Buttercup to the wall, we've got the number 60 machine jumper on across in front of Alice Brumby. Oh, look at George Glover on the inside in 08, got Jeff Russell on the outside in the yellow 32. As they sweep down into Coca-Cola, car number 60 with the better of at the moment, that's Weaver. Followed by now Brumby's up on the inside as they sweep on the main straightaway. Weaver, Brumby as they come up the main straightaway, you got Glover there in 08. Followed by Jeff Russell in the 32 machine in the number 7 machine. Driven by Stephen Johnson as they sweep the Buttercup turn. Weaver still putting it to Brumby as they go down into the Coca-Cola turn. Here comes Jeff Russell in the 32 machine. He's got that Commodore right on the top of the track again where it's not so rough. It's still a bit rough but not as rough as it is down on the inside. As they go the main straightaway, it's still Weaver on the outside, Brumby on the inside. Brumby will let you go down through the rough stuff. You've got Weaver doing it high on the track. Brumby's got through to the lead now. Then comes Glover from Russell. As they sweep down there, the first ball they've opened up. We've got a red light on for, must be something on the track. Over near the pit gate, we've got something on the track over there. See 147. Away they go. Oh, look at Glover. He's big Nolan on the outside. He's come off the second line. But he's gone right around the outside to the lead. But look at Brumby now. Brumby's round wide up there. Comes Weaver back past Russell again as they go back straight away. They got these Germain products round right up. Russell comes down on the inside of Glover. They're fighting for positions now as they go Coca-Cola, and Russell's got the better of it. As they come on the main straightaway, he's got himself up into about third spot now. He's still got Weaver to contend with. As they go Buttercup again, and still Alan Brumby out in front. In the 11 core turn, and now Russell's up on the inside now of Weaver. As they go back straightaway, Jeff Russell gets Alan Brumby as they go down into Coca-Cola. They close the gap right up on the back of Brumby as they go Coca-Cola. Still Brumby, Russell, left there now, Weagle. We've got Russell caught a bit of a yaw, and he's ricocheted off the wall. That's a couple of times that he's done that. Fairly tough, that Commodore. He's ricocheted off the wall and still bumping. That put Weaver back through to second. Then comes Jeff Russell, followed by the 08 machine there with Rod Glover, but Russell's in a bit of trouble over there on the fence by the look of the car slowing right down. Give it a bit of a shake-up or so when he's clouded the concrete wall. He's going to pull... take no further part in this one, I'd say. Parked it right over in the middle of the track on the back straightaway, just as they go into Coca-Cola. The yellow light on. Alan Bumpy, 3 wide this time as they come up the main straightaway. Driver gets the better of it as they go Buttercup, but Judy's decided they got through it alright. First thing come out the best Rod Glover as they hit the back straightaway. Here comes Newstead. Newstead's making a big lunge on the outside in the Commodore as they go down into Coca-Cola. He's come right from the back of the field this time, Newstead, but he's right up there with him. But can he make any impression on this race leader, Alan Bumpy, as they got the main straightaway? Bumpy lifts the back wheel right up off the ground as they go through Buttercup, but it's still Bumpy in the 11th machine out in front. I tell you what, this Weaver never turns. Oh, he slides back to about 5th spot, then he comes back to 2nd and up to 3rd, and then he slides back again. He's right in there again at the moment in about 3rd spot as he jumps his way around the corner. But let's see, Bumpy still out in front. Jane Newstead still there in 2nd spot. He makes his way around the high line of the track from Bumpy. They have to make up a bit of ground on Bumpy as he gets a good run out of the Buttercup turn and down into Coca-Cola. Look out, Alan Bumpy. Here comes Jane Newstead in car number 127. He's still right up on top of the track. Bumpy elects to run down in the rough stuff on the bottom. Now Newstead picks up another couple of car legs. They come the main straightaway. Right flags out, 4 and 1 to go. He comes Lawler in a bit of trouble onto the main straightaway. But the race leader's still out in front, Alan Bumpy. But here comes Newstead. Makes the big lunge out in now on the back straightaway. Shoots up on the outside. It's going to be a good run for the second flag this time. But Newstead pulls up behind the track now. He'll duck back down on the inside of Bumpy. But Bumpy's going to be too good for him as he comes home. Car number 11, Alan Bumpy will get it from Jane Newstead. Rod Glover's next, then Weaver. Followed by Alan Lee, the next one home. Then comes the 64, the third I think it is, will be next one, followed by Steve West. 84 is, sorry, this is Steve West. Then the number 9 machine, 7 and then 71. Well, good drive there for Rising down on the icon of the defending champion of this time, Rick Gunnedah, going to have to do something. Car number 98 got the better of the moment as they sweep it. Dennis Jacket it is down in front from Rick Gunnedah, the next one through. We've got cars going all over the countryside there. Oh, we've got car 8 machine coming to contact down here is Keith Urquhart. Keith Urquhart up against the concrete wall. All caused by car number 5 pulling up in the middle of the track firstly, and everyone else happened to avoid him. Right, so we'll have another go at it. Car number 98 on the pole position. Dennis Jacket. Away they go, and over the humps and bumps and up the main straightaway goes Jacket. He's going to start the gunner along the screen out there and On the outside, Rick Hunter's got himself up on the outside front now, so he's got a big chance to do something about his bad run that he had earlier. On racing, but Hunter gets off the line this time. We'll Big McNamara in there as well. As they go, oh, we've got Kenley in, he found the rough spot up there as they go back straight away. Big McNamara tried to squeeze through the gap between Jacket and Wright as there's the yellow light on. 79 to the rear by the sound of it.
On
racing again this time as Rick Hunter gets away off the outside front from Jacket 98. Big McNamara there goes on the inside as they go. McNamara gets a better run this time. Bruce Kenley still found exactly the same hole as he found before. Keep an eye on Matthew Taylor back in car number 12. See if he can do anything about it from way back there in that big Ford machine as he comes down the inside of Coca-Cola. Still Rick Hunter out in front, McNamara there, then you got Wright, you got Kenley down the inside, there you got Smidt, you got Taylor, you got him, you got Fairley, you got Taylor. They bounce their way through the hole. Kenley got his bounce through the hole, the right triangle that time. Taylor's on the outside now, he's swapped to the outside of the track in car number 12. Still Rick Hunter out there from McNamara, but they'll want to get a move on because here comes Matthew Taylor in car number 12. If he can get through a bit of traffic here, he'll Kenley from the bottom of the top of the track to the bottom. Taylor's got a steering problem. He's got a front left hand wheel pointing to the infield. As you go, look at Everly. Everly gives him a flat push down the straight. As they go down into Coca-Cola, Mr. Everly gives him the biggest push he's ever had as they come on the main straight away. He's got a problem in the front. Taylor's got a mechanical problem. They go into the front wheel. He comes into the marker. It's completely turned right into the infield as they go. Stanley's lost a wheel on the number 18 machine. You've got Smidt there on the outside of him. You've still got David Wright. You've got Everly still in there, Mark Everly. Craig Wallace still there. He's fittest and strongest, I think, in this one as they get a start off the line. And Hunter gets away off the front line. So McNamara follows him through. As they go, to come down. He got around the hole without any trouble. Smidt in the 45. George there got the better of McNamara on the back. Oh, McNamara gets up on his back guard and McNamara ended up coming against the wall, but he come out of it okay. As they come onto the main straightaway and see still Rick Hunter out in front of him. Now Mick McNamara followed by David Wright. He's off the pace tonight. He's up to go to get the 22 course out of here. They go through White back straightaway. You've got McNamara from one side of the track to the other. They sweep down into the Coca-Cola turn. And it's anybody's race still. Look at McNamara. McNamara snuck right up on Rick Hunter now as they come onto the main straightaway. Still McNamara and Rick Hunter on the outside. Then Rick tucked in behind then Dave Wright. And then they get back there to Everly. He can forget about it, I'd say. Oh, McNamara's caught that little bit of a hole up there now. Hunter's come down underneath him. As they go down the back straightaway, get it into Coca-Cola. No, McNamara's got back to the inside now. No, he comes Smidt. He can have a chop at the inside. As they come back onto the main straightaway again, it's still Rick Hunter, McNamara on his back. Bumper on the inside, you got Smidt, and you got Dave Wright still hanging on there, then Everly car number 38, Wallace right back at the start of the field is Coca-Cola. Here's McNamara again now on the inside, he shots back to the inside, but Rick Hunter as they sweep down into the Coca-Cola again, and you got to go right down on the inside. inside, and you're going to elect to, there's you're going to try and come across, come out in front of Big Gunnedah this time, but didn't quite work that time for him. Still in front of this Big McNamara, then comes Smidt. Next one, Wilson, Big McNamara to Mark Hill, and heels they go, then Buttercup third. Still Big Gunnedah out there, McNamara's got every trick in the book, and the white flag down the second degree of this time. McNamara's going to have to dive it down on the inside now if he's going to do anything about it. But he's electing to follow him round as they come to main straight away. It's going to be Rick Hunter's going to take it out from Big McNamara. The next one home's going to be Smidt, followed by Wright. The next comes Headley, the next one, the 22 machine, the 38 car will be the next one home. That's driven by Jason Owen. And right back down the tail of the field, you had Craig Wallace. Things that you put on your hair, apparently, so they tell me. 8 laps of racing of the Lismore Speedway for the first heat of round 3 of the New South Wales Street Soccer Championship. And Cole Williams, the guys from Brown Junction, got the jump on him as they gave Buttercup turn. Working the corner machine. Watch Jeff Russell. Jeff Russell in the 32 machine. That's the comment on the inside. They go back straight away. Followed by Gunnedah is in 62 there on the inside. You got 17. It's Jeff Metcalf in 86. You got Gunnedah. You got John Lodge there in 128 as they come onto the main straight away. Bill Williams out there in front of Jeff Russell. Jeff Russell's a bit of a case sort of a character if you watch the style. He's looking for a bit of a run down the inside of Cole Williams. He knows that he's got to really keep the pressure on if he's going to get up on the inside of Cole Williams going great guns at the moment with the track being a little bit smoother. Now they come on the inside, the Coca-Cola turn it is, and it's still Cole Williams from Jeff Russell. Then the next one through the 62 round, then comes Metcalf. Then you've got John Smidt. Number 7, he's got a 5 more to the next one through. Then you've got the 29 machine, you've got John Lodge doing a bit of work inside from right back near the rear. He's come right through from in the last race, he come right up and got second spot, I think it was, but here he is there, have a look at him. 128 in Coca-Cola, looks for a run on the outside, but can't quite get the guys, he can't get him fairly well at the moment. But got Jeff Russell through to the right in the 32 machine from Cole Williams. And you've got Mr. Grant in 62, you've got Metcalf, then you've got Scott. Round the outside, got Robert Minder in 166. Then you've got the 29 machine there being driven by pick him up as he comes around in the 29 as he comes over. It is Stephen Jones, the next one through. But it's the race leader, Jeff Russell out there in the 32 machine, making it up in the Buttercup turn. He'll go with him down on the left side of the second spot. Robert Minder's a big move in the field at the moment. He's got himself up into Nelly's first spot. Yes, first spot now as he goes Coca-Cola. But it's Jeff Russell, the 32 machine, sweeps onto the main straight away. Still Russell from Cole Williams in second spot, followed by Robert Minder. Then comes the 62 grand on the outside. You've got Cotton in 17 on the inside, John Lodge. And the 29 machine of Jones, and then comes Nate. Now on the inside there, you've got Jane Carlson in 25. Next one through the 132 machine. The next one there, that's been good by Bruce Johnson. Race leader, still Jeff Russell in front. Now with the race on between Minder and Williams on the outside, Minder on the inside as they sweep up in the Buttercup turn. Minder goes down on the inside of the second. Williams right up around the top. Williams versus the Settlement first spot as they hit the back straight away. Still Jeff Russell out in front in the 32 Commodore. Sweeps it down into Coca-Cola, down on the main straight away. One to go for Jeff Russell. Still Robert Minder there, followed by Cole Williams. Then comes Smidt in 62. John Lodge made up a fair bit of ground. Got himself up into about 5th spot as they sweep up the main straight away. He'll be looking for Grant in 62 to get himself up in another spot. Race leader still Russell, but Minder closes the gap as they go down into Coca-Cola for the last time. Looks like it's going to be Jeff Russell. Going to take it out without too much trouble. One of the main straight away will be Jeff Russell, followed by Robert Minder. Going to be Cole Williams is going to get third from Grant. Then comes John Lodge. Next one home, Scott, followed by the car number 29. And the next one through is Metcalf in 86. Then you've got Johnson in 132 and Carlson on the inside. 017 on the outside of Allen. You've got the 38 machine driven by Jason Owen. In behind them you've got Craig Wallace in 66 on the outside. You've got Bob Mulner in car number 5. The 171 machine of Scott Lawler on the outside of Scott Lawler. You've got the 70 machine of Peter Hopwood. And in behind him you've got Alan Drummond in 117 and the Mulherron machine in 58. Rick Mulherron in 58 as they get a green flag and headed up in the Buttercup corner. And it's Mark Stewart got the better of it in 68 as they sweep the Buttercup turn and head on to the back straight. It's Brent in 71 in the HQ in second spot, followed by Bill Farrell in the Winride Autos machine. Sweeps it down into Coca-Cola in third spot. Alan there in the 017 machine there is looking for that third spot on Farrell. But it's still Mark Stewart out there in the 68 Commodore. Sweeps up into the Buttercup turn. Looks to right a bit, Jason right there in second spot in the HQ. He's got the pressure right on. Not much turn for the second time. 58 of Mark Stewart. Here comes Farrow now. Looks at the back bumper bar of the 71 machine as they sweep the Coca-Cola bend. Here comes Alan Lear up on the inside now of Philip Farrow. He got himself through in the first spot. Farrow been relegated to fourth, then followed by the 7 machine. The next one through, there comes Mulhern. Followed by Hopwood, the next one, Barnwell and the 05 machine. Jason Owen in 38. The 1-7, one there of Scott Law. The next one through is Alan Drummond in 1-7. And bringing up the tail of 30 of Craig Wallace. 68 machine, Mark Stewart doing it all to do out in front as he sweeps onto the main straightaway. Looks good too from Quirk on the inside now, makes the run and he's going towards Buttercup. Cuts back in behind him again as they go Buttercup throws, leaving H2 sideways into Buttercup turn. Still Mark Stewart runs the high line round the top, still seems to be doing okay. Here comes Alan Lear now in the 017 machine. Followed by Philip Farrow, the next one through, there comes Mulhern. Followed by Fred Hopwood in number 70, then comes the number 7 machine. The next one through, being driven by Stephen Johnson. On the outside of Stephen Johnson, he got the 5 machine of Balmoral, and then comes Scott Lawler. Then we got Alan Johnson in the 117, followed by Jason Owen in the 38. Then up the goal for the 66 machine of Craig Wallace. That's the straightaway they go against this gate. Now we go to Colin down he goes. Still Mark Stewart in front, pretty tight, he's sort of an operator this guy. Down he comes, on the main straightaway, the Quirk and then all the trouble in the world trying to get around him. Here comes Alan Lear now, he has a bit of a look at Quirk, back bumper again as they go Buttercup turn. Then still Mark Stewart in the 68 machine, skipped away for a couple of car lengths now from Quirk. Then Alan Lear about the same, goes split the back straightaway again and down to Coca-Cola. Still the 68 machine, sweeps Coca-Cola this time, still Mark Stewart out there in front. The gap's closed again now, Quirk closed the gap up on him. Has a little him on the inside this time as they come straight away again on the main straightaway. Alan Lear in the 017 machine, splits into Buttercup body, or off goes the back wheel on the HQ. That's put him right off target now as he's gone right up behind the track. That's where Alan Lear comes down and gives Mark Stewart a little bit of a breathing space down into Coca-Cola. White flags about the fire for the guys as they come round onto the main straightaway. 68 machine in front as Alan Lear now makes up a fair bit of ground on the 68 as they go towards the Buttercup turn. Then Quirk still there in third as they sweep Buttercup now. Look at Alan Lear's 017 machine. He's made up a lot of ground, but he caught a bit of a rough spot up there, put him a bit offline as they go back straight away now to 68 machine. Still Mark Stewart in front. Sweeps down the Coca-Cola Stewart now. The gap closes. Lear comes right up onto his back bumper as they sweep on the main straight away. That's going to be second place for him. It's going to be Mark Stewart to take it out. And he does go through from Alan Lear in the 017, followed by Quirk in the 71. The race for the next place between Philip Farrow, then you've got Mulhern on the inside, followed by Drummond in the 117. Balmoral in number 5 next. Oh, we've got Johnson up and over by the look of it, back down by the look of the front of the car. He's been right over. That's the number 7 machine, driven by Stephen Johnson. Right over and back down on its wheels by the look of it. Sorry, Phil Bell's the 64 it is, not 94. Moore in 4, Stevens in 22, Fuller. There we got Kevin Hopwood. The next one there's Gary Morris in 26, another top point scorer. And car number 17 there bringing up the tail of the field, being driven by Dave Donaldson. Guys, keep your eyes on in this one. Naturally the guy in the second spot there on the in row 2 on the inside, Dave Wilson. 2 wins from 2 starts. Also Gary Morris up there too, the big forward coming right from the rear, this time in car number 26. Dave Wright's been there in 15, he's been pretty consistent all night. He hasn't come up with a win, but I think he's run a couple of places. So it should be a good heat this one. Shouldn't be Kevin Hopwood also out there in 19. So we can get them underway this time. The green's on and away they go, upward down the inside. They got Whiting up on the outside. Dave Wilson, a lot of cover in track. The real just goes back through the middle. Will go right wide. Up around the top it goes into second spot. Dave Wilson made it down the back straight away. Whiting sort of covers his tracks a little bit as they go into the Coca-Cola turn. Troy Whiting, Wilson now will probably duck down on the inside, try and get the run on the inside of him. Up the main straight away, Whiting forward to the inside. He has a bit of a look, and here comes Dave Wilson on the outside. Wilson picks the inside wheel right up on the number 2 machine, the North Coast Hill. Oh, he had to pop and stop, and Whiting come across in front. Here comes Kevin Hopwood now in car number 19. I want to watch out when he gets up there. Here comes the big forward in Gary Morris in 26. Gary Morris got onto the back of the 64 machine as they come onto the main straightaway, but it's out in front where the race is between Whiting and Wilson in the third machine, Whiting in the 1-8 ball. Wilson's got a bit out of shape. Here comes Kevin Hopwood now in the third. Oh, we got him. Andrew Fuller has spun right around up there in Buttercup turn. Could have been a bit nasty for Andrew Fuller up there, but got out of it. Phil Moore in 4, Darryl Ashland in 007, Dave Donaldson in 17, Mark Stevens bringing up the tail, Dave Wright. Here we go, and then Dave Wilson, he got the big run on the outside as they went Buttercup and got in a bit of rough stuff up there and found himself right back in the third spot as they race it down into the Coca-Cola turn. He's been locked out without a run now as Dave Wilson on the outside. Kevin Hopwood elects to come right down on the inside of Troy Whiting up the main straight. The two Commodores side by side. The Cortina now. The Cortina elects to go down. Oh, the Cortina got the wheels up off the ground. He's all over the place, Dave Wilson. He's everywhere but where he should be now. He's back in the second spot. Troy Whiting slipped from first back to nearly fourth then as they went back straight away. Kevin Hopwood's not going to muck around with him, he said. He said, I'll just get out here in front. I'll do me stuff. As they go to the main straight away, Kevin Hopwood out in front. He's the Commodore number 19. Followed by Dave Wilson all over the track again. That time down. He seems to be able to find the rough spots up there in the Buttercup turn. Kevin Hopwood doesn't seem to be having too much trouble with the number 9 Commodore. As he settles it down into Coca-Cola, Wilson still got to settle for second spot. You can have a look at him on the inside this time. They've come up on the trucks on the inside this time as he goes through to the lead. Followed by Hopwood right up on top of the track, and you got Wilson down on the inside as he cuts him off as he goes on the back straightaway. Still got Wilson bouncing and jumping all over the place on the back straightaway from Kevin Hopwood. There's Troy Whiting coming back again at Big Bennett. Then you've got Balzer up there on the 10th spot, followed by Andrew Fuller. Onto the main straightaway, Hopwood to the inside of Wilson this time, but they got the main straightaway. He jumps back to the outside again as they go Buttercup. Wilson gets his way through the rough stuff a bit better this time. Still the 19 Commodore there in second spot, then followed by Troy Whiting. Big Bennett, the next one too, Balzer followed by Fuller. Next one Moore, followed by Ashland. Then comes Donaldson and Stevens. Bring up the tail of the field, it's right. Not much between the first two as they go past. White Lake Flies, they come to main row. Last up for Dave Wilson. Can he make it 3 for 3 as they sweep the Buttercup third? Still Wilson in the number 2 machine. As he sweeps down the back straightaway, still Kevin Hopwood there in second spot. Makes a big run getting now as they come Coca-Cola. Hopwood up on the inside. And he gets back in run of it as they come to the line. I think it's going to be Wilson's going to be too good for him. As they come across the line, I'd have to give it to Dave Wilson. Not much between him and Kevin Hopwood. Next one over is Troy Whiting, 6 minutes. Then followed by Balzer in the 64 machine Fuller. Then comes Moore and Ashland, followed by Donaldson and Stevens. And back at the tail of the field was Dave Wright. Well, what a race up front. Kevin Hopwood, he got up there. He come right from back at the tail of the field to get up there. He really certainly made a race of it when he got there. Round the green flag and away they go this time. Up the inside front. There we go, Millie, 47. Got the better of it. Two guys up front, still messed up there too with a chance. About fourth spot in the 15 Cortina. Got himself through to third. Warren Coster up there on the outside in fourth spot as they back straight away action. There we go, Millie got a real good break on them as they go Buttercup. Down into Coca-Cola comes O'Milly in 47. Still Weaver in second spot, followed by Benson in the 15 machine. Then we've got a yellow light on for 79. Gun number 79, been driven by Ken Brooks. There we go again, there we go, Millie got the better. Watch him this time as they bunch right up there. Matthew Taylor right in the middle of the damage as they go Buttercup turn. But on the back straightaway, there we go, Millie again got the better of it. Oh, we got Phil Betts in the air. Phil Betts in the air, but Phil Betts is down on 4 wheels. I don't know how he is, but how that car come back down on 4 wheels. But the 45 machine of Smidt right up underneath the back of Phil Betts' 15 machine. I'd say Phil Betts has gone across the, we got the 94 machine over there, been run over the front and run over the back by the look of it. 94 machine of John Rice, not in good condition. Down on the inside, second row on the outside of him, Phil Betts, a guy that I do believe was lucky to get out of that one. Away they go this time as they bounce their way off the, onto the main straightaway and headed for Buttercup. There we go, Millie's done it good again as he's got Buttercup with a clear lead in front of Weaver. The next one through, followed by Costa Bed on the outside right either. And then you've got Matthew Taylor in the 12 machine turn. The XD Falcon got himself up on the inside. He's coming in hard on the inside. Followed by Smidt in the 45. Then you've got the number 8 machine there being driven by Keith Ergett. Up the main straight away they go. It's nearly out in front. Still the 47 machine. Coster in second. Weaver then Taylor. Taylor's got up to do a bit of work here if he's going to start to pick up a few points because he dropped the heat. Because he had a problem with the car in the last time. He's up on the inside of Weaver. As they go the Coca-Cola turn, there's Matthew Taylor up in the third spot. Look out, Warren Costa. Here comes Matthew Taylor. Then you've got Weaver followed by Betts. The next one two on the inside. Or Caesar go. Right into the concrete wall. Right east and catches the back car and Smidt. He just went back on the power and kept racing. Gunnedah was the one to come off. They won the worst end of the stick, I can tell you. As they go back straight on the main straightaway, their race leader Eric O'Malley as they go main straightaway. Costa the next one through 61, then Matthew Taylor. The next one through Weaver followed by Betts. Then comes Smidt, the guy who got put into the wall, but he's still out there motoring around without too much trouble. Rod Glover the next one through, followed by Mark Hall. Then behind him you've got Keith Ergett. Then you've got McGregor in 45. Race leader on, here comes Taylor. Look at him up on the inside of Costa. He's got Costa's measure now as they go to the horse Buttercup. McNeely's still out in front in the 47 machine. As Taylor gets himself through in the second spot through Buttercup. He's relegated the Costa machine 61 to the third spot as they sweep down towards Coca-Cola. Weaver's the next one followed by Betts. Then comes Smidt in the 45. Glover. Then you've got Mark Hall followed by Keith. Oh, he's got one on two wheels. He done two wheels right around the Buttercup turn. Lucky he was up against the fence, or he would have done two wheels upside down. He's cooled him down a little bit, I'd say, in 45, but he's back on board now as the race further goes down into the Coca-Cola turn. Still on it going nearly, but look out how he goes nearly. Here comes that Matthew Taylor guy. He's going up at 12 onto the main straightaway, making up a fair bit of country. Still Warren Costa there. The next one through, followed by Weaver Betts. The next one through, followed by the Betts and the car hanging down fairly sadly on the front right-hand corner. But the tyre still inflated, but the race leader, there he goes, into the Coca-Cola. Can't be too much further to go for these guys. O'Malley's going to find himself with a Matthew Taylor mascot in a minute as he sticks up on the inside of him. One to go, one lap, and O'Malley is just a slim leader at the moment as they sweep the Buttercup turn. Can Matthew Taylor do something about this? As they go down the back straightaway, it's Eric O'Malley in the 47 machine for Matthew Taylor. Matthew Taylor's got a big race to run here if he's going to get around O'Malley on the Coca-Cola. Right out on the outside comes Matthew Taylor and makes the race, but on the inside there's going to be O'Malley will take it out. O'Malley will get second. The next one home will be, well, I think it might have been either Costa or Weaver. Then Betts would have been the next one from Smidt. Then comes Glover and Hall back down to Taylor Phil. I think we had Ergett. Well, Matthew Taylor, John Weaver third in car number 60. Right, we've got the next head out onto the track. This is event 20 on your program, heat 15 over 8 laps. Brian Mackney on the pole position. On the outside of him you've got Ken Dusha, car number 9, Shane Newstead, Mark Curry, Jamie Gaynor, Stephen West, Mick McNamara, Alan Brumby, Max Kenley, Mark Everly, Mark O'Meara, Jamie Manser, Rick Hunter, Tony Swilks, Chris Everly. I think we're minus a few, but Brian Mackney's the guy to beat in this one off the pole position. Ken Shane Newstead off the second inside line. Get to him and Dusha up there on the outside. Got away that side too, a bit slow and start. Mackney got away well from Shane Newstead in the continuity on the inside. They get through the Buttercup turn. You got Wendell, you got Kenley in big trouble. Kenley all right off the track. You got Brumby in trouble up on the wall. Probably about the only thing that can save a few of these guys now is Brumby stays up there and it'll be a restart, and I'd say that's what's going to happen. Shane Newstead, 127. Away they go this time, and it's Mackney gets away. Dusha goes with him as they go to the Buttercup turn and starts to head into turn. Oh, Newstead gives Dusha a bit of touch up for his trouble as they went into Buttercup. And he comes back two LH Doradas out in front. You got Mackie and you got Kenley in the 18 machine as they straighten onto the main straight. James Newstead there in third spot. Followed by Maximo, Mick Maximo, then comes Mark Everly from Rick Nutter. Bit of work to do for Rick Nutter. He's come right off the back. He's right up on the inside of Everly. You've got West up there in the middle too of the Jamie Gaynor there in 27, but a long way to go for these guys. They sweep on the main straightaway. Brian Mackie out there in the 118 machine. Followed by Newstead. Now he's got through on Kenley's 18 machine. Then comes Maximo, followed by Rick Nutter. The next one then comes West and Everly. You've got the 23 machine there. That one being driven by Marco Mirror. Oh, a bit of a touch bump of guards on the other side coming out of Buttercup, but it's still the race leader out in front. The 118 machine driven by Brian Mackie in front as he's just showing a clean pair of heels to Shane Newstead's 127 machine. Then comes Maximo's got himself up on the inside of Max Kenley's 18. Oh, there's Rick Hutter. He's launched the course turner on the two wheels down there as he come off the Buttercup turn. But it's the race leader, it's the race to run of the 118 machine and Brian Mackie out in front showing a real clean pair of heels at the moment. He's squeezed it up into the Buttercup turn. Pretty tight, he's sort of uploaded this fella. Just when he's flowing, guys like Shane Newstead away in the 127 machine. He comes Mick Maximo, then followed by Kenley. Then you got Rick Hutter, the next one, followed by Steve West in 34. You got O'Meara there in the 23 machine. Jamie Gaynor on the inside again. Now comes Everly 22. Followed by Dixie, then you got Perrington. Race leader on the back straightaway again. Still Brian Mackie up there in front of him. He's down into Coca-Cola. He's really right out from the back this time. Still Newstead in second. Here comes Mick McNamara. Followed by Max Kenley, the next one. Here comes Rick Hutter, the next one, West. As they head down the back straightaway. Race leader up into the Buttercup turn he goes again. Still out in front and going fairly strong as Brian Mackie. He stretched that lead out there. You got Mick McNamara's got himself up into second spot from Shane Newstead. Then you've got Max Kenley in the 18 machine, the next one through. Followed by O'Meara's 23 machine. Gibson off around the corner up there, West. Next comes Everly and Rick Hutter. Rick Hutter started to fade back in the field. I don't like his chances of defending this title tonight here at Lismore, but anything can happen. There's a good run for second between Mick McNamara and Shane Newstead. But you can forget about the leader. He's way out in front. He's about a good straight length and a bit lead on him as they head down he's onto the main straight there on the back straightaway. Nearly half a lap actually lead on him as there's the second straight for him as he goes past me. Brian Mackie's going to take it out. Looks like it's going to be Mick McNamara gets second, or is it going to be Shane Newstead? It's going to be Mick McNamara on the outside will get second. Shane Newstead will get third in the 127 machine, followed by Kenley with the next one home. Then followed by West on the outside. Here comes Rick Hutter up through the middle, followed by Everly. Then back down the tail until the end of Jamie Gaynor and Mark Barrington. Well, a pretty handy sort of a drive. Brian Mackie. West on the pole position, car number 34. On the outside of him looks like it's David Wright, is it, in the 15 machine? Yes. Mr. Smidt in 45. On the outside of him, the 017 of Alan Lear. Away they go, and Steve West off the front line got the best of it from Smidt on the inside there. But David Wright is making with the Buttercup third. The fairly hectic stuff. He's got Alan Brumby stuck in there. He's going number 11. Some good cars in there. Alan Lear there as well. He's going to have to get up and make a good race for this one, because this is, I said, the last chance. Alan Lear right around the outside in Coca-Cola trying to get to the front. We got Smith right out of shape. We got Dave right up against the fence there only because he got squeezed down by another car. They sweep the Buttercup turn on the back straight away. Steve West on the inside, then comes Alan Bumpy, the next one through, followed by Smith. Here comes Darryl Ashley in 007. You got Bill Moore there as well. Oh, we got Alan there right up against the fence here on the main straight away, and he's shot a lot of his chances away, I say. Still right back to Roll Through, nearly fourth spot. Don't forget you can't get any further back than fourth spot, because much further back than that you've got absolutely no chance. Then Jamie Gaynor get up there and get amongst the first four. He's in car 27 at the moment. He's switched down into Coca-Cola. But anything can happen in this one. But it's Steve West at the moment. Alan Bumpy the next one. Then comes Smith. Bill Moore followed by Alan Lee on the inside. Then Darryl Ashley. Then comes Andrew Fuller. Jamie Gaynor the next one through. Followed by the Dave Wright the next one there. Then comes Quirk in the 71. Then comes Everly. Which surprises me a fair bit. But Mark Everly's not going to qualify by the look of it. Now they come into Coca-Cola. It's hard to say. Alan Lear's race has been his shot the best. He's done a right right in front tyre, but look at the way that car's hanging down on the front. We've got some cars going right left and center up the main straightaway. We've got Buttercup and Still Steve West from Alan Buckley out in front in 11. Then comes Smidt, followed by Axel, and then you've got Jamor and Fuller. They go to Coca-Cola third, then comes Jamie Gunnedah down there in 27 from Dave Wright, then comes Crook and Grant in 62, then comes Emily. Up the main straightaway they go, and it's still on up the front. Don't forget only 4 cars to qualify. The two out in front are looking pretty comfortable. We got the anything can happen for the rest of them as they head down the back straightaway. Still Steve West is 34 from Alan Brumby's number 11 on the inside now as they straight onto the main straightaway. Dale Ashton the next one through, followed by Smidt the 45, Machine Fuller. Then comes Phil Moore, Jamie Gaynor the next one in 27, Dave Wright, followed by Clerk. Then comes Greer the next one through as they sweep the Buttercup turn. The race leader is still now Alan Brumby's taken over. Oh, Steve West gives him a bit of a push along as they go into the Coca-Cola turn. Dale Ashton in the 002 and the Duke, then Smith the next one followed by Fuller. Then Jamie Gaynor in 27, then you got Grant in the 62 machine as they straighten onto the main straightaway. Still out in front, Alan Brumby's number 11 as he sweeps onto the back straightaway. Still Steve West in second, Ashton still hangs on the third. Good race between Fuller and Smith there for the 4th spot as they sweep down into Coca-Cola. You got Smith makes a big dash on the outside, gets all out of shape. Still Alan Brumby out in front in the 11th machine, 34 still in second, and Dale Ashton. And then he wants for the 4th spot as they go to Buttercup turn. It's still Alan Brumby in front, number 11. White flag out, I'd say next time around for Brumby. Only one to go for him, looks like him and West are in. But I tell you what, anyone can make the 3rd and 4th spot. There goes Smith, he's made a big range on Dale Ashton right out on the outside. Ashton's come right up and clicked at the side of his car, but that's quick to the 4th spot. So get into the 4th, come back now and get himself up there to get this 4th spot. It's not over yet. Paul now up on the inside of Smith. Ashton might miss out altogether as one either side goes down the back straight away. It's Brumby right up 3 wide into Coca-Cola. He's desperate stuff now for the 4th spot as they come down into Coca-Cola, and it's going to be Alan Brumby in, Steve West in. This is the race for a minute. They got the main straightaway. Ashton's in and Fuller's in. So 6 seconds out by a winter as they come across the line. It's going to be the first 4 will be Alan Brumby, Steve West, Darryl Ashland and Mr. Fuller. Andrew Fuller's 24. They'll be the first 4 as they cross the line. No, not a bad sort of a race. Alan Brumby's number 11. He was pretty tight. Supporters out there tonight for Dave Wilson. We've got to have a few Newcastle people here. Matthew Taylor in with a big chance, I think. Going racing for 25 laps to the Lismore Speedway for this 1994 New South Wales Sweet Cotton Championship. Dave Wilson got the man over the line. For the first time. On the back straightaway, here we go, Billy settles down there for 3rd spot, followed by John Rod. Then comes Joe Newstead, Mick McNamara. On the outside, Mark Stewart, inside Jeff Russell. Then comes Matthew Taylor, followed by Kevin Hopwood. On the in behind him, Robert Grinder, followed by Rick Hunter. Then comes Troy Williams, Roy Wiley, the next one, James Carlson, Rod Glover. Then you've got Kenley, followed by Cotton. Then comes West. Then Ashland at the back of the field, you've got Fuller as they complete the first lap for this New South Wales Championship. Up the main straight away, Dave Wilson out in front, closely followed by Brian Mackey, 118. As they sweep into the Buttercup turn, there's not much between these front 2 cars. As they sweep the Buttercup turn and give themselves all sort out the back straight away, Shane Newstead pulls to the outside. We hope that our driver is okay. He's out of the car. Put your hands together for him in Buttercup turn for Troy Whiting. Big rollover for the Commodore. Big end for end. 7 laps of the 1994 New South Wales Street Stocker Championships. So we've got 18 to complete. Away we go, and it's Magny gets away this time off inside Houston. Here comes Ricardo. As I said, Ricardo starts the wrong way. He's where he is now. He's got himself up into about the 4th spot, come right up on the inside. Here comes, look at Nick McNamara. He's come right through the middle of the field, and he's showing his capabilities. They slid down the back straightaway. Matthew Taylor slid right back in the field in that restart. Didn't sort of play into his hands, but here comes Ricardo. The current champion now in the 4th spot as he goes up to the Buttercup turn. He's got a long way to go yet before he catches Brian Mackey. 118 machine out in front, Jane Newstead going away. Mackey going away from Newstead as they sail down into the Coca-Cola turn. There's still McNamara there. Mick McNamara in 3rd spot, followed by Ricardo. Then comes Mark Stewart in 68, followed by Kevin Oswald. The next one there's Robert Fonda. Then you've got John Ross from Red Fight in 17. Then comes Fuller, followed by Paul Williams in the 14 machine. You've got Charlton there on the outside of him. You've got Jeff Russell, Max Kenley. Then you've got Mick Bennett, followed by the 134 of Steve Wester, Rod Glover. Then you've got O'Mealy, and then you've got Weaver. At the back you've got Ashland. Up through the Buttercup turn they go, and he's showing a real clean pair of heels. This guy out in front of this black machine as he heads down the back straightaway. The 118 machine of Brian Mackney doing it easy at the moment. Nick McNamara starting to make up a bit of ground on the back of Newstead, and I think he's going to take Newstead as he comes through the corner. You got McNamara on the inside, you got Newstead on the outside as they straighten up and head for the Buttercup turn. But while these guys dice for that 2nd spot, you got Brian Mackney out in front. He's just sailing away from them. Ricardo's got a little bit off the pace still at the moment. He's a gap's opened up between Newstead and Ricardo. Then comes Kevin Hopwood. Robert Moore to the next one. We got Mark Stewart hanging off the wall over in on the back straightaway for Carl Trail there. He's still moving. With the race lead on the 118 machine up in the Buttercup. The lead might have cut back a little bit. McNamara's into the 2nd spot now. Newstead still there in 3rd. Ricardo the next one through. Kevin Hopwood, the car number 19. Followed by Robert Moore to the 166 machine. Brett Cotton in the 17. Here comes Cole Williams and Jeff Russell on the inside of Williams. Then you've got Shane Carlton, followed by Max Kenley, Andrew Fuller. Then you've got Michael Bennett, followed by O'Mealy. Oh, there you've got Ricardo all out of shape. Down here on the main straightaway, he's got a flat tyre on the rear. Flat tyre on the rear right for Ricardo. So he's racing third run. He's only going to get in the road now as they go. Oh, there goes Cole Williams, not up and over, but then on his side. I said not up and over, but he got a little bit extra help there from Jeff Russell to just lay him on his side. Cole Williams been right up and over here last meeting, and he's got just sitting on his side up there in Buttercup turn. Cole Williams back on his wheels. I'd say possibly be allowed to continue the race. It wasn't complete. I'm not too sure what the situation will be for Williams. Up there too now, got Kenley coming right around the outside in the Tirana. The 118 machine showing a clean pair of heels at the moment, really handling, really then you got Fuller. Williams on the outside, right driver there, followed by Millie on the inside. And at the back here, you've got Weaver, Ashland and Steve West. Bill Mackney in the Tirana, flies up into the Buttercup turn, still handling it without too much trouble. The two Commodores fight for that second and third spot. Then you've got a bit of a gap back then to Kevin Hopwood, number 19 machine. Then you've got Brett Cotton in the 17 machine. You got Robert Moore there, you've got Mick Bennett down the outside, then you've got James Carlton. The race leader, here he comes, up the main straight away. Down to left the first heavy again as he comes into the Buttercup turn. He's got to get through this heavy, he can't afford to get held up. Because he's got these two Commodores chopping away here at the back as they go down the back straight away. You Brian Mackney round the outside, he goes into the Coca-Cola turn, the 118 machine. Still out in front from Nick McNamara going on to lead the second spot from Shane Newton. Now got up on the inside, taking over second. They come up the main straight away, but still Mackney in front in the 118 machine. In the Buttercup they go. Still Mackney on the back straight road about half a straight length lead over Newstead in second spot. Then Mick McNamara, the next one, he's got off the pace a bit now, McNamara. Then you got Kevin Hopwood, followed by Robert Bourne, and the next one, then Cotton, followed by Bennett Carlton. Then you got Jeff Russell right around the outside there of four as they go to the back straight away. Cole Williams is there, followed by Rod Plummer. Then you got Weaver and O'Neilly, and there's the race leader again. Starts to left the place, then he's dead down the back straight away. Still Brian Mackney, no one within a full world at the moment as he comes down onto the main straight away. It's Brian Mackney doing it fairly easy at the moment, he straightens it up. Straight onto the main straight away, still McNamara there in third. Big gap back then to the next one, Kevin Hopwood, as they go fast, and the next one still would be Robert Maunda, followed by Brett Cotton in 17, Michael Bennett, the next one James Carlton. Race leader, where is he? On the inside, he goes fast, up the main straight away, starting in the middle of the place, having now as he goes Buttercup. It's still Brian Mackney there, you got Williams on the outside of Mackney, they sweep down the back straight away. Between the slow cars, he goes on the outside of Fuller. You got Cole Williams trying to follow him through. You got Jeff Russell there in 32, not handling the pace real well in this final race. They straighten up. There's still 118 as he goes up the main straight. He stretches out that lead. You've still got the two Commodores. You've got Shane Newstead there in second spot. You've got Mick McNamara out there in third spot. And next time around for Mackney's going to be his last lap. One to go when he comes through Coca-Cola. He'll get the white flag. He's up on the inside of Jeff Russell. Onto the main straight away, and it's Brian Mackney sets sail on his 1994 New South Wales. So Smidt got the championship last lap as he sweeps the Buttercup third up there, takes it fairly easy. He's got to take it fairly easy now. All he's got to do is complete this lap as he heads down into the Coca-Cola turn. It's going to be Brian Mackney without too much trouble as he heads through the Coca-Cola turn onto the main straight away. Brings his LA across the line for the New South Wales Big Soccer Championship, proudly brought to you by Beauty Fuel, Gunnedah Auto Sports, their legal ourselves. Fairly happy sort of a win, I'd say there, going to Lismore again, the 118 machine of Brian Mackney as he heads down the back straight away. So it'll be Shane Newstead, I think, was second, and Mick McNamara would have been third. So a clean sweep for Lismore. Brian Mackney, a mighty drive, never got out of shape all night. Car looks good. Put that together for him as he goes round. Brian Mackney from Lismore in the 118 machine. Fairly popular win, I'd say, as he comes round and onto the back straight away. Newstead would get second, McNamara would get third. I think it might have been Hopwood would be the next one home, followed by Maunda.